Hello everyone and welcome to our statistics course. In this video we continue with exploring more questions that require us to determine the mean, mode, median, range and outliers. And in this video we work with a bit more complex or more difficult questions than in the previous video. So let's go straight into it. So in our first question we have find the mean of the first 10 positive integers. So let's first write our data set. Well, we are given the data set in words, so let's write it numerically. So if we're working with positive numbers or integers, we won't count 0 because 0 is neither negative or positive. So we start on 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10. Right, and let's just fix that and let's make it bigger. So with this data set now we are required to work out the mean. So if you recall from my previous videos, I introduced the formula sigma n over big N. So if we use this and we calculate the mean for this given data set, it's 1 plus 2 plus 3 onwards and 9 plus 10. I just put these ellipses to show that there's a number of numbers that are missing, but we include them all over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 numbers. So our big N is 10. So we have that our answer is 5.5. So let's move on to the next question. In this question, we are given the mean of 8, 11, 6, 14, x, and 13 is 66. Find the value of the observation x. So we are given a set of data, but we have a missing value, and we already have the mean. So in this case, we are working backwards. So let's see how we are going to get to the answer. So we have 6, 14, x, and 13. I just wanted to write it without this and then so let's calculate. So if you recall from my previous videos, I introduced the formula sigma n over big N. So this big N represents the number of elements in our list, and this sigma n represents the addition of the number of elements in our list. So let's substitute. This, by the way, represents the mean, right? So we're going to substitute 8 plus 11 plus 6 plus 14 plus x plus 13 all over 6, because we have 6 elements. If we count these elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 6 even though we don't know the value of x. So then we are going to substitute this side here because it represents the mean. So why not just substitute it with the mean that we're given, which is 66. So 66. And so we're going to solve for x. So we're going to do this by multiplying, cross multiplying. So as you know, this 66 is over 1 because it's a whole number. So 66 times 66 is, so we're just going to write 66 times 66 right there is equals to, if we add 8 plus 11 plus 6 plus 14 plus 13, we're going to get 52 plus x. And so if we put 52 that other side, we are going to get 344. Yeah, 344. And that's our x. Yeah. So let's just check if we got the right value for x. So we're going to work as if we were not given the 66, but we were given x. So let's just erase so that we have space to work on this, right? So let's say we were given 8, 11, 6, 14, 344, and 13, and we're not given this, right? So it's going to be our formula sigma n over big N, and it's still 8 plus 11 plus 6 plus 14 plus 344. It's a big number, but let's just check if it belongs there. And big N. So if we add all this on top, we're going to get 396 divided by 6 gives us 66. So that is our answer. That means we are correct, and 344 is actually X. It seems very large, so that's an outlier in this case, but that's the one that makes this conditions true. So that's our correct answer. So 304 X is equals to 344. So let's move on to the next question. Find the mode of the following data. And as if you recall, we said mode is the number of times a certain number or object in the data set appears. So looking at this, we are looking at numerical data. So in this case, the number of times a number appears in the list the most is the mode. So if a number appears the most in a list, that is our mode. So let's look at 3a, and we're just gonna circle our mode, or I don't know, yeah, circle it. So we have 12, and we can see we have 2 12s, right? So for now, that's our mode. Then we have 8, but we realize we have 1 2 3 4 8s. Okay, that's our mode for now. We have 4 only appears once, 1 appears once, 9 appears twice, 11 appears once, and 10 appears once. So we can see that 8 appears 4 times. It appears the most in this list. So thus our mode in this case is 8. Let's look at our next example. So we have 15, 22, 17. Okay, I can see that 22 appears twice, right? But 17 appears 3 times. And nothing else appears more than once in this case, in this 3b. So in this case, our mode is 17. And let's look at our next question. In this question, we have 0. 0 appears twice, so that's our mode for now. And then we have 3. 3 appears 3 times, so 1 2 3. What else do we have? We have 2. 2 appears twice, and then we have 1. So we can see that in this case, in this 3c, 3 appears the most. So 3 appears 3 times, so that's our mode in this case. And then we have a look at our last number, 3D, 1724593. From the look of things, there is no mode because everything appears once, and so mode here is none. And that's how you do it. So let's go on to our next question. On this question, the runs scored in a cricket match by 11 players is as follows. So we have the data set right there. Find the mean, mode, median of this data. So to make it easier, I'm just going to copy this so that we can work on the next page because we have space there. I'm just going to copy. And so we are going to start off with our mean. So yes, our mean. So we have this data and we are going to work on our mean. And if you recall, we have a formula that we introduced videos back. So sigma n over big N, and big N is the number of elements in our list. So how many elements do we have? We're already given that we have 11. So our big N is 11. So we don't have to look for that. So that's 11 because there are 11 numbers if you count them. So we're going to add 7 plus 16 plus 121 onwards plus 9 plus 11 plus 16, and just do that. So 9 should be in the middle, and we get that our answer is 39.0909. So if we round that off, we are going to get 39.09. So I rounded it off to 2 decimals. So let's move on to the next question. The mode and median. So the mode is the number that appears the most in the list. So looking at this, I can see that 16 appears 3 times in this list, and that's our mode. So 16 is our mode. And so we're gonna calculate our median. And if you recall from my previous videos, you can't get median without sorting out your list of data or your data set in ascending order. So ascending order is from smallest to largest, so from smallest to largest. So let's quickly just get our data set in order. So we have 1, and our next highest number there is 7, 9, and then we have 11, we have 16, 3 times, so 16, 16, 16, and we have 51, 51, 81, and 101, and 121. So those are our numbers, and let's just count them so that we make sure we did not miss a number. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So we have 11 numbers, so we never missed a number. So now let's get our median. If you recall from my previous videos again, and if you haven't watched them, I recommend you watch them because it will give you a clearer idea of what we're doing and how we got to this point. So you cancel from both sides because we're trying to get the middle number, median, middle number. So we cancel numbers from outside going inward in an inward direction, so like that. And we don't need to be worried because we already sort out our data in ascending order. So the middle number is going to be our median because that's the middle number, and in this case we can see that 16 is the middle number, and thus 16 is also our median. So 16 is also our median. And so we move on to the next question. The weights in kg of 10 students are given below, and we have that 39, 43, and so forth. That's our given set of data or data set. Find the mode of this data. So mode is the number that appears the most in a given data set or when given a set of data. So our question is there more than one mode? If yes, why? So we have 39, and we can see that 39 appears once, 43 appears twice, so let's give that a tick, maybe tick. 36 appears once, 38 once, 46 once, 51 once, 33 once, 44 once, twice I mean. So is there more than one mode? And if you recall, the definition of mode is the number that appears the most. So in this case we don't have a mode because we have two numbers that appears the most, and mode has to be one number that appears the most. So in this case, no, we don't have any modes, and they didn't ask us why. But if yes, there is no number that appears the most, right? So let's move on to the next question. Find the median of the following data. And if you recall again, median has to be ordered. So the set of data, the given data set has to be ordered. So let's make sure this one is ordered before we want to get the values we want or the median. So we start off with 21, in fact 20, 21, then we go off to 27, 28, 27, 28. Then we have 38, 39, 49, 38, 39, 49. Let's make sure we still have the same number of digits we had in the beginning. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no, this one is not supposed to be there. I don't know why I put it. 20, 21, 27, 28, 38, 39, 41. So yes, this is our ordered list. So let's just want to use this to get our median. So our median is the middle number, so we cancel from both sides going in an inward direction to get our median. So let's just do that, and we can see that 28 is our median in this case. We move on. Then now we have this, and I can also see that it's not ordered. So let's order our list before we want to look for the median. So we have that 10 is 10, 16, in fact 15, 16, 16, 19, 54, and 80, and 246, 246. So we always have to make sure that our number of the number of digits we have in our new set or our ordered list is still the same number of, so we didn't miss a number. So let's look for our median. So we cancel from both sides, and we can see that if we cancel that and that, we are not going to have a median. Then that's when you take the two numbers, because they are now, these two numbers are the two middle numbers. So we take those two numbers and we divide them by 2 to get the median. So that's the real middle number. So 16 plus 19 divided by 2 will give us 17,5, and that's our median in this case. So let's look at our third example. Looking at this again, we can see that it's not ordered, so let's order it in ascending order. And if you still don't know how to do that, I did a video of doing that. I think that was my second video in our statistics course, so I think you should check it out. And I think I explained very clearly how to order your list in ascending order. So 41, 42, 43, actually skip 35, so let's put 35 right there. 35, 42, 43, right? Yep. 40, 43, 47, 47, 49, 50, 51, 52, 50, 55, and then 56. So 55 and 56. Let's count the number of digits. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we didn't miss a number. So let's look for our median by cancelling on both sides. So I think we're gonna be quick. The more you do this, the faster you become, and the more you know what you're doing. And in this case, we have an even number of digits, so our middle number is quite easy. That's 47. So we move on to our next question. So we have 12, 17, and looking at this again, our list is not ordered, so let's just do that before we start looking for our median. So we have 3, 5, right? 5, 7, 8, 3, 5, 7, 8. Then we have 12. Okay, my bad. We have 12, 14, 15, 14, 15, and 17. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 numbers. So we're still on the right track. We didn't miss a number. So we cancel from both sides. And you can see that if we cancel these two, 8 and 12, we're not going to have a middle number. So that's when we cancel those 3 and we have 8 and 12 left. That's when we see that we need to get a middle number. We can't have two numbers as being middle. We need one number. So we're going to say 8 plus 12 divided by 2, and that's going to give us 10. And yes, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. See you in our next video as we start our new part of the topic, in which we are going to understand and learn how to get the first quartile, second quartile, so Q1, Q2, Q3, and how to draw a box and whiskers correctly. See you in our next video. Thank you.